Good to have you with us.
Good morning.
What went wrong?
Where?
That pass rate, 8%. It's not good.
I think your mistake was to lift the story exactly as it is from Sunday Times. And because that journalist did not fully understand what he was writing about, you're also falling into that same pit of erroneous interpretation.
That's why I'm asking you, what's going on?
Yes, but your question is also based on that misunderstanding. So what I'm going to say to you is that the media matric examinations is not supposed to be read in terms of pass rate, because it's not about that. It's about giving people a second opportunity to pass. And those people were not writing the exact same subjects. Other people were writing 1 or 2 or 3, and others were writing to upgrade their marks. So you cannot read them as though you are reading the final end-of-year examinations, because then you get it wrong. Here we are all about assisting people to pass matric, and we are doing everything that we can to make sure that they are given that opportunity to do so.
Okay, so those who have done this for the second time, how many of them passed? What sort of percentage are we looking at?
Well, a lot of people have passed, because remember, when you talk about the progress learners, these are people who didn't pass grade 11, but some of them now, in their thousands, have been able to pass and got a bachelor pass, which enables them to go to university. In a normal course of business, they would have dropped out of school, but they're there. So what we are trying to do is to keep as many of our learners in school until such time that they're able to pass, and we'll continue to do that. It doesn't matter what you want to call it, but we are going to make sure that each and every one of our learners in the system are able to exit with a matric certificate.
Okay, so what sort of percentage are we looking at? Because then that helps us understand how it's working, if it's working. I mean, I believe that the system is going to be phased out by 2020. If it's that successful, why is it going to...
We are not phasing anything out. That's exactly the point that I'm making, that someone wrote about something they did not fully understand. I know he tried over 2 weeks to understand what he was writing about, and finally yesterday he had an article which was still not telling the story. What we are saying is that we are helping people. People write the first opportunity of matric and are not able to get all the subjects, and then they come back again and write. What we had done was to say, if you feel that you are not coping and you are not going to be able to write all the subjects, take a few. And we didn't say how many. So some would write 3 and come back and write another 3 and pass. So that's the whole point of this. It's not about reading it in pass rates. That's what I'm trying to move you away from, to say how many individuals are we assisting to pass. We are looking at people.
Yeah, that's why pass rates are important, so you can work out if it's working or not. I mean, I believe that one of the problems is not just putting them through exams, but rather dealing with the underlying issues, getting these students ready to take on this sort of task. And clearly that's not working.
And we are doing that. No, it's working. I remember I said to you, these are people who would have dropped out in grade 11 even, but we assisted them to go to grade 12. With those challenges that they encountered in grade 11, they didn't write all their subjects, some of them, and they came back to write again, and now they've been able to obtain a bachelor. Even if it's one person, that person is carrying the hopes of a family somewhere. If it's 6,000, then it's even better. That's why we've even said that those that wrote and didn't pass must come back and write again at the end of this year, which in a normal course of business they wouldn't be able to do. So we are doing everything to create multiple opportunities for more people so that they're able to pass. So it's working, because we're assisting people, we're changing families. A lot of them are in distress because they cannot get jobs because they don't have that matric certificate. So we are doing exactly that, and we'll keep doing it.
Okay, I'm going to shift this conversation on a little bit, because I have been wanting to speak to you about something that you did recently in order to get people to read under the hashtag Read to Lead. You used rather suggestive pictures of women and encouraging people to read. Why did you choose that? What does it say about the thinking in the education system, possibly?
I'm not going to talk about that today.
Right, it's important. It was upsetting for people because women are seen as, being dehumanizing women in this sort of situation. And as a man in your position of power, you have to answer to these things.
Yes, I give you the assurance that at the right time, I'll come back and talk about it. Right now, I'm not going to talk about it. As much as you say it's important, I agree it's important, but the time has not arrived for us to discuss it. When the time is right, you will know. We'll come back. We'll spend as much time as you want and discuss.
When is that likely to be?
I don't know.
Well, I hope in that conversation that you say that women are not sort of debased in this kind of form when it comes to learning.
You know, you'll make any kind of comment that you want to make. I'm not going to give you any form of response whatsoever, not today, not tomorrow.
Okay, I look forward to it in the future. Elijah Mhlanga, thank you very much.
Thank you.